Taylor Swift's best friend just threw North West under the bus with some seriously shady tweets.
First Lady Michelle Obama hit carpool karaoke with James Corden.
And Demi Lovato is claiming she has PTSD from starring on the Disney Channel.
All this and more on today's Rundown.
Hey guys, happy almost Friday.
I'm living for the weekend, man.
Me too. I'm Vivian Fabiola hanging with Rylan Adams. So many things to talk about, so many things happening in Hollywood.
So many. Later on in the show, we're talking about Louis Tomlinson.
Gushing about his fatherhood, but first, we have to continue with this whole battle with Taylor Swift, Kanye West, and now North West is getting involved.
Oh my gosh.
I know, and it is something to say, oh my gosh, about, because why is North West now getting involved? She's too little to tweet.
All right, Vivian. So Taylor's childhood best friend, her name is Abigail Anderson. Most people, they remember Abigail from the song 15, in which Taylor talked about their relationship and like getting over boys and all of that. But she tried to shade none other than North West, yes, Kim and Kanye's child.
No.
So Abigail, she tweeted a very shady message indirectly to the toddler about her rapper dad, Kanye, writing, "I pray she will understand adultery and are just daddy's form of art and not to worry because not every man thinks like him." She continued with a message directly subliminally at Kanye, writing, "I pray for forgiveness. May God forgive you and your wife for doing to others the very things you pray are never done to your daughter."
Ouch.
Oh my gosh.
I get she was trying to get her point across. There would have been a better way to express this without actually mentioning Little North West in the tweet, because although we may or may not agree with the tweets, I feel like, hey, leave the kids out.
Yeah,
That's just
I
not
agree.
cool.
I think she probably just thought if Kim and Kanye saw this, it would strike a chord with them and they would be like, oh wait, I am a parent, I do have a child, and I'm doing all of this crazy stuff.
And I do have a daughter, most
I
importantly.
do honestly think about that a lot, like when there's pop stars and they're wearing like these scandalous outfits and doing crazy things that even I would never do. I'm like, oh my gosh, they have a child at home.
I know.
But for her to speak out like that is kind of weird, and apparently everybody else thought so as well because they were apparently sending her death threats on Twitter. So she then deleted the tweets, and then after she deleted them, she took to Twitter again to say, "For the record, I usually delete my tweets once death threats start rolling in. Nothing more or less than that. Hashtag moving on."
Question, she usually gets death threats?
I
Why?
get, oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
And
what does she tweet?
I get that she's just trying to stick up for Taylor Swift and
I
be
know,
a good best friend. They've
but-
been friends forever, but it's still a lot.
You know what? Even I feel like if we asked Taylor Swift about this, she would not agree with it. Because Taylor, she may have been doing all sorts of crazy things. No, I feel like
maybe Vivian, Taylor was behind this and using her Twitter account so she didn't have to say it herself, because now Taylor's been kind of quiet.
I know.
Also, where the heck is Tom Hiddleston? Where is your boyfriend? Why isn't he?
Running. He's always working out. Have you not seen the videos of him like getting in shape in Australia?
Running far away from Taylor Swift is what he's doing, you people. But Abigail, they do hang out a lot. It's not, they're not just like far friends. She even has met Tom, Abigail, and Taylor attended Selena Gomez's concert
together, right?
recently.
Yeah. Well, all I gotta say is keep the kids out. You guys, we've seen this happen in the past and it never goes anywhere well. But let's move on to our next story. Speaking of children, Louis Tomlinson, oh my gosh, he's adorable. As you know, he's part of the judge panel on America's Got Talent, and he gushed about a few things, not just his girlfriend, his baby, but also about receiving advice from Simon Cowell, and this is what he had to say.
I just told me to completely be myself, which is, of course, a very easy thing to do. I thoroughly enjoyed it today. I think it's just important that you don't overthink it and just kind of critique what you see.
This is so funny to me because he was once mentored by Simon, and now they're working together, and Simon's still kind of giving advice. I love it.
Well, he's still going to be his mentor for the rest of his life, but I mean, he's on this show and he's acting himself. I mean, they're watching a performance of a couple who like makes their outfits turn into another outfit in like a split second. It literally was like so creepy. And Louis is sitting there laughing, being entertained, and he goes, "Hey, you should come by my house on a Friday night and teach my girlfriend how to change into outfits as quickly as you guys." super funny, super adorable. So it just kind of reinstates the fact that he's having a good relationship with Danielle Campbell. He also did gush about being a daddy, and it sort of turned into this like trending Vine, and this is what he said. I didn't think I'd be having a kid at this age, but it is incredible. So he tells Mel B that, and she's like, well, how old are you? And he's like, I'm just 24, but he obviously, I mean, his Instagram account is a living proof that he absolutely loves Freddie, his little baby. He's adorable. He doesn't post too much. I feel like
there is some baby mama drama with some custody issues.
I mean, there is, but you know,
that doesn't take away from him being an adorable dad.
And him being a good dad. And we see him taking baby Freddie. It looked like brunch. There's that picture we saw on his Instagram. I love Louis Tomlinson. And you know, he's been making some time to hang around with his bandmates. He posted a few photos on his Instagram account hanging out with Niall. It looks like a nightclub. And also with Liam, we have to congratulate his other bandmate.
Oh.
Are you excited about that?
I kind of am. I was ready for One Direction to kind of part ways. I know nobody else was.
Don't get upset.
Don't get upset, but I like them on their own solo journeys. I like to follow them doing their own thing.
Right, so it looks like Liam just signed his solo deal, and he's the one who announced it. He posted to his Twitter saying, happy to have signed with Capital UK. They have an amazing history of artists. I hope I can follow in their footsteps. And then he followed that tweet for all the Directioners saying, One Direction will always be my home and family, but I'm very excited to see what this chapter brings. You see, he's just kind of, everyone is ready to explore their own independent individual musical talents, but they acknowledge that One Direction was definitely their start point. So congratulations to everyone.
Speaking of musical talents, Vivian, Michelle Obama proved that she is sort of kind of one too.
I know.
She hit carpool karaoke with James Corden, and it was everything and so much more. Even Missy Elliott made a cameo.
Dude, that was like incredible. When she gets in the back seat and Michelle Obama just like starts singing and rapping, I'm like, adorable.
She gives her a run for her money. Yes. But before we get to that clip, because you know I'm going to give you all of that, she talked about how she hasn't been in the front seat of a car for over 7 years, other than teaching her daughter to drive. She also gushed about how she rarely just gets to sit in the front seat of a car and listen to music, and that's when we learned that she is a huge Stevie Wonder fan. But then, you guys, Michelle Obama, she danced along to none other than Beyonce's Single Ladies as she chatted with the British star.
I loved it. Let's take a look.
I need no permission, did I mention? Don't pay him any attention, cause you had your turn. What it really feels like to mix me.
Oh my God, tell me that wasn't like the best thing you've ever seen.
It was so good, and the choreography was perfectly timed.
James gets so like girly, it's absolutely epic. But you know what I loved best? Although it was interesting to realize that Michelle has not sat in the front seat of a car for 7 years.
Oh my
I love the fact that she taught her daughter how to drive and no one else.
I'm
like, you know what I mean?
surprised she still knows how. I guess it's like riding a bike. You never forget. But one of the most memorable moments from the whole little session is when Missy Elliott jumped in that car, you guys, and sang along to This Is For My Girls.
Pass the mic, ladies come through. Don't ever let them stop and try to block you. We gotta tell them you something better than any other. Never settle, you let us know, yeah, we making moves. Woo! Put your hands up high.
I mean, that chemistry between all three, they should all perform that song together.
I don't know who James Corden doesn't have chemistry with. He's amazing.
I know. Can we meet him? Can we bring him to DHR?
This is one of my all-time favorite carpool karaoke's.
And speaking of stars that we love and that have great chemistry, Demi Lovato and Nick Jonas just sat down with Billboard magazine. And interestingly enough, she spoke about how Disney gave her PTSD. I mean, she was joking, you guys. She was joking about it. But, well, basically, she starts telling everyone about how, you know, she worked so hard. She wanted to be like the next Shirley Temple to win an Oscar, to do this, to be the youngest person, and that she was the one that would pressure herself. But she just says, you know, the Disney Channel gave her PTSD.
She was saying, like, if she works too hard, then she would start getting, like, antsy and kind of rude.
Yes, exactly. So it says, she said that when that happens now in current day, she gets bitchy and she gets like a little, you know, just bothered.
Which I get. If you're working non-stop, you sometimes just need a second to, like, be by yourself, relax, and, like, reset.
Right, and she also said, we joked around that it was Disney high, except we were all shooting shows and really overworking. The good thing about this is obviously she was surrounding herself with other young actors who were doing exactly the same thing she was doing.
Right.
So I feel like there was that connection, and as we all know, that's where she met Nick and all the Jonas Brothers. And now they're going on tour together. They're on tour, which I absolutely love their chemistry.
Me too.
I wish that they would date, but they have
Honestly,
already.
Vivian, I think, okay, here's my theory.
love them.
I have a conspiracy theory,
Okay, what
and
is it?
that is that I think Demi Lovato and Wilmer Valderrama never actually broke up. They broke up in the public so that her tour would be more sexy and accessible,
I
and that they
beg
could
to
pair
differ.
Nick
You know
and
why?
Demi together. Why?
Because he was just spotted with Mandy Moore, his ex, and I know that doesn't mean anything, but you never know.
And Demi Lovato was also spotted with somebody, right?
Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me tell you. Demi Lovato was spotted out on a date with the Giants wide receiver, Odell Beckham Jr., and, you know, they hit the town in New York at a restaurant, Hunt and Fish Club. And according to sources, obviously, just like any other celebrity couple, one arrived first and the other arrived 10 minutes later. And
Oh
I'm
my
sure they left
gosh.
separately in separate cars. But we don't know what they were doing together. I mean, I didn't even know they were friends.
Me
so.
either, but hey, I just want Demi to be happy.
I want Demi to be happy with Nick.
I want her to be happy with Wilmer. I like them so much.
You know what? They have already, I mean, in the same interview with Billboard magazine, they said that they promised each other they would not date or get like emotionally involved. Although they do confide in each other in terms of relationships and just problems that they have. And Nick gushed about Demi, saying the first person he calls when he has like issues is his dad, his brother Joe, and then Demi.
That is
That's awesome.
so cute.
That's a great friendship. I love it.
Oh my gosh, Vivian, I love the dirt when it's with you. I haven't seen her in so long.
I know, and I cut my hair. It's like a new girl.
Yeah, it's like Selena Gomez in the flesh. I feel so honored to be hosting the dirt with Selena
thank you.
Gomez.
It was fun.
But you guys, we have so many questions for you. I want to know if you think Abigail Anderson, Taylor's BFF, went too far tweeting shady things about Northwest and Kanye and all of the above.
Oh my gosh, and what I want to know is, do you guys agree with Ryland's conspiracy theory that Demi and Wilmer are actually not broken up? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to tweet us at Vivian Fabiola V and
At Ryland_Adams. Also, we love the gram, you guys. I'm at Ryland Adams there. And
same Vivian Fabiola V everywhere. Snap and all the above.
Oh my gosh, we love you so much. We'll see you every single day.
Bye. See you. But wait, don't go. Click the video to your left to check out Lady Gaga speaking out about her breakup with Taylor Kinney.
Oh, or you can click over to the right to get all the details about Taylor suing Kanye West.